Mindstone here, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the epic cards. Oh, that is not the card I want to start with. That one. There we go. There is the card I want to show you. Well, what I want to do is I'm going to I'll talk about my the cards. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll jump straight into it. The crowd favorite, and well, it is it it's for 4. That's not very optimal. You can get better. You can get stuff like Yeti is a basic card. It's for 5 for 4, which is better. Not pretty much always. It is always better. Yeah. And well, this every time you play a card battle card, you gain 1/1. It could be cool, but this will die. This will die quickly, and you don't want to be playing anything else than this in your 4-drop usually. If you play it. At least this is what you want to play on turn 4 if you play this card, and it's going to die on turn 4. Well then, which is not very good. And if you would want to make it work, you would try to play it in some kind of combo deck. Like I can imagine this: you play this crowd favorite, and you just keep going with these 2 Pandaren. I think they're youthful brewmasters, and they backlash each other to the hand and use buffers like crazy. It'd be so cool. It's never gonna happen. It's absolutely fucking horrible, and it's just not going to happen. I can imagine a really fun deck with it, but it's not gonna happen. It's not good. I'm gonna say 3 out of 10, and primarily because it's fun and because it got okay stats, but it's not good. Well, next one, Frost Giant. There's not much to say. It's like all the other giants. It's big, it's fat, it's strong. You can get on the board for no mana. Or even not very much mana. Straight out. Just use your hero power a lot. It's good in the deck where you use your hero power a lot. It's not good in the deck where you just use it like sometimes. So I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 because yeah, it's solid in these decks, but not in anything else. Garrison Commander, you can use your hero power twice a turn. This is good. Like you're not gonna be playing as a 2-drop. Ignore the mana cost. It's not a 2-drop. Like the mana cost is only a part of the combo cost. Well, so if you play the combo, you'll be playing, because you're never going to be playing this out without a combo in some way. You can play turn 6, double use your hero power, but you're not really going to get too much for it. So what you want to do is that, well, you want to be playing it maybe on some kind of turn 10 with some other cards. You can do a lot of hero powers, and you're gonna be really well off. Like I can imagine it's Garrison Commander, and then 2 times Fallen Hero, and then 2 hero powers for how much damage? 6 damage, and getting 3 minions on the board. Might be an okay mage combo for 3 cards, but it is yeah. So yeah, it's a good card, but you need stuff to combo with because you're not going to be playing it just 2-drop. I'm gonna say 6 out of 10. Then we've got Grand Crusader. Like, if you look at this card initially, you're gonna be like, oh well, it's cool, it's got a bit less stats, and then it's gonna be like, I get a Paladin card. What the fuck? This is neutral. But what you don't notice is, I guess, Paladin card, at least what I notice is that I'm thinking, Trine Fodrick! That's the first thing I even think about. I'm thinking Trine Fodrick. I need Trine Fodrick for that card. And if this gives me Trine Fodrick, it's insane. This is not gonna give you Trine Fodrick. There is, I don't know, 40 Paladin cards, something like that, and Trine's one of them. You're gonna get, a lot of the times, you're gonna get secrets. You're gonna get these crappy 1-cost secrets that's not gonna do shit for the entire game. And they're mostly just going to let off the threat of that you have a Paladin card in your hand. Like, it could be quality, and your opponent's going to respect it. But, well, that's not going to happen either. But people will respect it. The way I see this is that it's a big minion. What it does is it actually more likely just, what's it called? Well, it's rotation. It is just doing rotation basically. So you play this, you draw a card. That's how you're supposed to think of it. And the good thing is it's not milling your deck down. So that's good. but that's really all it does. It's not like you're getting Trial Partner for free here into all the other classes. That's not what's gonna happen. So I'm saying I'm gonna be saying 7 out of 10. Not more, not less. Then we've got Koto Rider up next. This card, its Inspire is pretty powerful, but you're not going to be playing this before turn 8, because this dies on the turn you play it. If it doesn't die, you win the game. If it dies, well, well, where you should be expecting. So you should expect this to die every single turn, unless he has an empty board and an empty hand. And if you know what's in there in the hand, of course, you can maybe anticipate he's not going to die, but there's going to be a clear spell for this thing, and it's going to hit it as soon as he sees it coming. He's going to be absolutely having to throw it out. So you want to get the 3/5, and it can spawn the turn you play it. But there's a little trick you can do, which is on turn 10. You can play this, you can play Garrison Commander, and you can do 2 hero powers, and suddenly stuff is actually pretty scary. Yeah, because you get 2 more Kotos, and you of course have 2 important minions that the enemy has to clear, which is harder. Like, still there's the threat of flame strikes and stuff. Like, but yeah, come on. It is. You gotta be careful when you play this. You gotta play it when there's least removal available to your enemy, and when you expect them to not have any. But I think the card's powerful if you can make it work. Like, especially the combo I just talked about, it's going to make it really nasty. So yeah, and it's 3/5 for 6. It's not worse than that. Excuse me if you hear the noises. My phone's saying something. Well, next card up. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to rate it. The Koto Rider, I'd say 6 out of 10 for this one. The Master of Ceremonies. Yeah, it's a bit weird because like you don't have spell damage in all your minions usually. Actually, usually you don't play with a lot of it on cards except for Asset Drake. So when are you gonna get this? You have to build a deck around it. This is powerful enough to be building a deck around it. But when you build a deck around it, you've got like with spell damage, you got built-in spells. So the way I see this optimally is Shaman, and because you have the totem that can give you spell damage. I think that's going to be pretty good, especially if you also play the card True Heart. You could just choose Spell Damage Totem, and you've got a 6/4 for 3 mana, which is mildly said fucking insane. But you could even be lucky to have this in your hand, pull a Spell Damage Totem on turn 2 when you hero power. If you do that, and this would just go insane and win you the game on its own if it's not removed. Because you could, yeah, well, it's just amazing stats, absolutely amazing stats. But what I think, yeah, that is, I guess, that's it. You're not going to see it in any decks that are not specifically built to have spell damage. I don't believe that. This is a spell damage card. You're going to be playing the full spell damage deck, or at least a really spell damage heavy deck. Mostly Shaman Wage, I'd say. Yeah, I'm going to say 5 out of 10 because it's good when you can play it, but it's inconsistent. Recruiter. Well, this is an interesting card, kind of, because yeah, sure you want more cards when you get a 2/2 when you expire to your hand. That's cool enough, but well, there is the 5 mana 4/4 minion that gives itself +2/2 every time you hero power. That's kind of the same as a way. But the thing this does is that if you're playing maybe Face Hunter or Sue Lock, it refills your hand when you run out of cards. So I can see there if you're running out of cards and you really need more cards. But otherwise than that, I don't think it's good. I think it's going to be pretty damned bad then. So you're not going to be running it in anything that does not need card draw. This is a heavy card draw deck, or when you're top decking, this can kind of give you a bit of extra juice you could play with. So yeah, I'm going to say 5 out of 10 because you're not going to be playing in a lot of decks. And we've got the Sideshow Spell Eater. this card's horrible. Because like it's cool, it's very cool, and you could do stuff with it, but it is actually horrible. And I'll explain why now. Because, well, usually you build your deck around, I have my hero power, this hero power is good, and I've been choosing my class because of the hero power. That's usually the way you do. Hero power is not just a complementary thing you get with the class, I'd say usually. So when you take an enemy hero power, which is fairly late in the game, you'll have to build a deck that synergizes with pretty much all the hero power. Because, well, you're gonna get another hero power that you don't know what is. So you can't build a deck that synergizes with everything. That's not possible. And you can't choose if you want to play this. And it's because you're gonna have to play this if you draw it. You're not gonna win the game with a dead card in your hand usually. That's not gonna be good. And you can't just draw in the games where you actually need it. I see one occasion where it's good, and that's if the enemy has been playing a Justica True Heart or a Lord Draxus. We're never going to see Ragnaros as a hero. It's not going to happen. The card's too bad. Just forget him. But Draxus, yeah, it'd be good to have something to counter that, and this guy does that. But that's really all he does. So I'm going to say 1 out of 10 because that's not going to happen very often. When I see Warlocks, they usually don't play Draxus into me. And when I've like one time I'm up against that Draxus, it's less than 30, so I'd rather include another card in my deck, because there's not going to be a Draxus in just 1 out of 30 games, this is like 1 out of 30 cards, and you would never play 2 of these cards. You would never ever do that, because you can't. You obviously can't copy the fucking hero part twice. That's not going to help you at all. So, well. I just think this card is pretty damn bad. 1 out of 10. Then we've got the last card, Twilight Guardian. This is, well, it's kind of boring because if you're playing dragons, you're going to include this. That's pretty fair. It's fairly simple. Playing dragons, include this. Don't play dragons, never play this. It's horrible then. So it's just simple. Nothing too special. Yeah. That's it. I'm gonna be like 3 out of 10 because it's not really amazing. It's alright. It's better Sentient Shield Master if you're playing a dragon, but you gotta give up information anyway. So I don't like it, and it's not very versatile because you have to play in a dragon deck. So yeah, but it is a dragon, and the good thing about it is that you could sit with a small card that would trigger off a dragon, and that dragon would be this, so you would have the mulligan for like Ysera if you were playing dragon decks, which is actually, this solves like a problem dragon decks has, it is alright, but still it's not amazing. It's alright though. So I'm probably gonna say, I'm actually gonna go like maybe 4 out of 10, because the card's not gonna be really good, but it is going to solve a pretty big problem that the dragon decks have, and that is really, really, really good for dragon decks. It really makes dragon decks a lot more viable. So yeah, but that's it for today, guys, and I hope to see you in my next video.